All right, everybody out there in the Craft Chest Nation, as I Craft Chest here. Let me make sure my mic's all fucked up. Hang on a second. There we go, I think. Why is it all fucked up? It's all kicked to the side. Excitement in the air. I made it to number 18 in the third round of the Grind Royals, the final tournament as we know it. Hosted by Jim the Jerk and Atomic Dog 602. But you know what? You know, they wanted me in TeamSpeak. They wanted me to say a few words. Well, here's my few words. Thank you for the good times. All I was going to say in there is thank you for the good times that I've had over the past 6 months. Thank everybody out there in the H1Z1 community who made this possible. Man Ponds for the Grind Royal server. For everybody else out there that got me interested in this game. Whenever I first saw this game on Steam, whenever I first heard it announced, back when Sony had it, before Daybreak bought it, and everything else was, going on a year ago, over a year ago now, I was like, what is this game? Yeah, whatever. And then I started watching. I was like, hey, this is pretty cool. Then I started playing. I was like, hey, I could do this. I could get good at this. And then, bugs, glitches, early access, and all this other rigmarole going on, and then I got distracted and what have you with other games. I'm an MMO player. I'm an action RPG player, and I didn't really play it the way I should. But, Jim the Jerk, Atomic Dog 602 on Twitch. I'll put the links down here in the description. Guys and gals, you need to go out there and pay your homage to these guys for the work that they put in on this tournament. And yeah, my words are a little bit slurred because you know what? Tonight, they were like, raise your drinks, drink to the final tournament. And that's what I've been doing, sharing my good times with these guys online. And as a matter of fact, I'll toast you right now. There's a toast and a drink to everybody in the grind. Because the grind is not just a tournament. The grind is a community. The grind are people that come together for the love of the game. And they don't all just play H1Z1. I mean, hell, the O-Man plays WoW. He's hardcore into WoW. There's another one that's a Mario Maker player out there. There's people that play other games, golf with friends. And, they're variety streamers. Man Ponds primarily just plays H1Z1. He's played Grand Theft Auto in the past. And the list goes on. They're variety streamers, but they have a love for H1Z1 for the competitiveness of it. All right? And I salute you guys. I commend you with the utmost respect that I can as Craft Chest. And it's not an act, everybody. Anybody and everybody out there that knows me knows that this is me. This is me full on, full blown, every single day just for you out there. And whenever I see people that deserve the respect, that deserve the attaboys, that deserve the attagirls, that deserve all that there is for the love of the game, for the love of the internet, for the love of the community, you have my utmost respect and support. And you will, even though these tournaments will not be held any longer as Daybreak sees it right now. Now, in the future, if Daybreak so sees it in their infinite wisdom to bring it back and say, you know what, maybe we could rent some servers out there to people and say they want to have tournaments, not just to the big time people with hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars to pay them, brothers. But if they, find it in their heart, hey, we'll rent you a server, $50 a month, $100 a month. There's money to be made because these people do it for the love of the game. It's not like they're making a profit on this. They're doing it because they want to promote your game. And Daybreak and everybody out there that's game developers, you need to stand up and have a look at this. Maybe sit down and have a look. And not just say, we have it figured out. We know better. Because sometimes that's not the best thing to do. And I'll have a follow-up video a little later whenever I'm, able to speak 100% clearly about this. Because this is something that not only in Drunk Chest's mind, that I have, but I've thought about this for a long time, especially when it comes to games, especially when it comes to communities, and not just with H1Z1, but I see the same issue happening with games like Black Desert Online, a game that I've deep dived into, games like Terra, where Terra almost has it figured out. Games like that bring community in and want to grasp it and say, you know what, we need to listen to them. You know, Terra, if you want a perfect example, in Mass and Terra, you go there, and that right there is a perfect example of a company that has it almost figured out. And that's why I keep going back to that game, even since it's been around for a few years now. You know, it's companies like that to where you go, well, I thought that game was dead. No, it's not. And you need to stand up and look at this and have a look at it like people like Jim the Jerk, people like Atomic Dog, people like the O-Man, people like Drassel, people like DG and TP, people like Mampons, people like, what was that? What did I say earlier? Dr. Disrespect, Flamehopper, and the list goes on. And there's that guy that just got his Twitch partnership. Forgive me for not remembering, but go back and look at the grind, and you'll see all the people out there that have made gaming good. All right? And it can be a positive impact on the interwebs, on the internet. And it's because of you out there, every single one of you. And I've told you this since day one, since almost 10 years ago now, since I've been on YouTube, since I've been on the internet. You know, I was streaming and making videos before it was cool. And here we are. Here we are. Game developers, game companies. When are you going to figure it out? It is us. It is we who make you. Please listen to us. And like I said, if you want a perfect example of how a company, you know, listens to the community en masse, who runs Terra, that's a perfect example. H1Z1, I'd hate to see you fall to the wayside and lose a community because of your ambitions, because of your cash grab ambitions. Because I'm going to tell you right now, nothing positive can be gained by throwing everything into the cash shop. When you have people out there that want to work hard, they want to grind it out, they want to earn what they get. And that's something to be said about the grind community. Something to be said, because it's not just a name. It's not something that just came about. It's because these people earned what they got. They earned their spot in this community, which is called the grind. And for every last one of you, I salute you. The craftchest Nation stands behind you. And even though they may not retweet, even though they may not like every video, I promise you there's hundreds of us out there, if not thousands of us out there that support what you do. Because think about the unique viewers. Think about the unique players. And even myself coming out there tonight. And yeah, I kind of gimmicked it. You know, as far as Gilbert. Hey, I made it to number 18 as the Bush Wookiee himself, Stone Cold Steve Austin, in the third match. I made it to number 18. And if I can do this, you can do this. All right? And yes, that's a tangent or whatever, and I digress. But here's the bottom line for everybody out there. This is not over the top. You know this is me, craftchest, because it is a craft of the mind. And the grind will return with a new tournament, whether it be an H1Z1 or something else. Daybreak. I implore you. You know, these things that they call petitions, you know, they're not just there because people want to bitch and complain and they're salty and they'll get over it the next day. You'll see on the bottom line, there's these things called profit and loss statements. I understand them well. I've spent 15 years as a leader amongst men. I've spent 25 years in this thing we've called business. And there's one thing that I know above all about your bottom line, whether you like it or not. The customer comes first. Enough said. Thank you. The grind. Thank you.